So I can't, the weird thing about this is I can't see what screen I'm showing. Am I showing one?
No, and it is not letting me make you the presenter for some reason. Oh, there we go. We got it.
Okay, when ready, show my screen. Okay. So how do I select which screen I'm so it should be this one here. Let me know what you see.
Educational webinar series, electrical estimating software, 5 things to look for.
Yep, that's what we want to see. Let me minimize this.
I don't know why it's not showing up as you as the presenter though on my end. That's really strange.
All right, so
You're not
let's see.
seeing my screen, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So you can see my face there now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I think that's all we really need. As long as you can hear me and see the correct screen, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on just in case. So
Okay.
I'm just going to mute myself and I'll be here if you need anything. And then when I'll edit this out.
Okay, sounds good.
First 10 minutes. Okay.
All right, thanks. Hey everyone, my name is James Mack with McCormick Systems. We're going to get started here shortly. We're going to take you through pretty much just a kind of a brief rundown on 5 things to look for in electrical estimating software. And if you're coming to the webinar, joining the webinar to see McCormick features today, software features, that's really not what this is about. Personally, I feel there are some more important things that we should be looking at first, when we decide to select or maybe change estimating software that we're using. So that's really what we're going to dive into here today. Looks like we got a couple more people jumping on here, so we'll go ahead and get started. Again, my name is James with McCormick Systems. I've been here for, about, I guess 11 years now. So I've been doing this a little while. I've worked with a lot of electrical contractors and a lot of electrical estimators specifically. And over the years, you kind of get to know what's important to people, and want to talk a little bit about those things today. Again, for those of you that maybe are looking to switch or or choose estimating software for the first time. So what really matters? I know a lot of people get kind of bogged down in features, right? We're looking for the latest bells and whistles. Which programs got the most of everything? It's really those things can be great. We can find some cool features in there, of which McCormick has lots of those. But I still say there's other things that we should be focusing on. So that's really what we're going to dive into. I've picked 5. I think we could say there's 6, there's maybe 10. It's going to be different for everybody depending on what your individual needs are. But let's look at what I feel is where we should start really. So 5 areas: the company that you're looking to work with, the software itself, is a good fit. Does it fit your the type of work that you do? Is it usable? Can I learn it? How easy is it to use? What kind of support are we going to get when we do have questions? And trust me, you are going to have questions no matter what software you go with. And getting answers to those questions in a timely fashion is something that is going to be very, very important to you. And then, of course, the concept of all these estimating softwares is virtually the same, right? It's going to give you a database, hopefully the ability to count and measure, most of them on screen now. What can you do with the data? Is it usable beyond just putting the estimate together? So I think that's a huge part of it. And I say that really a lot of it is based on feedback that I get from electrical contractors that I work with. It's great that we have a system that can put numbers together quickly and efficiently. What can we do with that stuff after the fact? So we'll jump into some of those things to look for as well. So let's talk about the company. So you've narrowed it down to a couple software companies. What's their history? How long have they been around? And there's some that have been around for a long time. There are some that are new. Is one better than the other? That's up for you to dig into. Certainly, a company that has a history of successful users, I think, is a great place to start. Have they been around a while? Are they proven? Do they have a track record of actually helping estimators and electrical contractors be successful? Have companies grown with them? How do they treat their software from a development standpoint? Is it done? Is it they've pulled it out of the oven and it's as good as it's going to get? It's ready to go and that's it? Or are we continuing to perfect the recipe and kick out more features and be even better going forward? Those are questions you want to ask. What those kind of things look like within the estimating software companies. Through that, I think you can kind of determine whether or not they're going to be around, for the next 5-10 years. When you're looking to take estimating software on, switch to a new software, this is no this isn't something you take lightly, all right? This isn't something you want to do every couple of years. So we really want to, go into this with a mindset that this is what we're choosing, this is what we're going to be doing here for the long haul. So we want you to, you really should be feeling comfortable with that company that you're about to do business with. So I think the company itself is a huge part of it. Number two, is the software designed for your particular niche in the industry? If you're a commercial industrial contractor, that program, that database better be full of that stuff, right? It better be able to do takeoff the way that those types of contractors like to do it. Do you have a comprehensive database? Does it have the materials, the assemblies that you need? Do you get PDF plans for the stuff that you're bidding? Is the software able to accommodate that? Can we bring those plans in, count, measure easily? And we look at, I get asked a lot of time, because McCormick does have digital takeoff, well, we still do manual takeoff. Is that possible to do with a program? The answer is absolutely. You really want to have the capability of doing both. Sometimes a change order is a manual takeoff, even though you have plans for the job. Sometimes there are certain portions of the job that you're going to be bidding where there aren't plans. So you want to look into making sure that you've got both of those capabilities available to you. All right. As built, design build, not everyone does this kind of stuff, but it's something, for some of you, you may want to inquire about this stuff. Does the software have those types of capabilities to create your own drawings potentially, or maybe edit drawings that were given to you, so that you can produce as built. So maybe that's something you can kind of use to increase your profitability on a job rather than farming that out to somebody else. Maybe you can put those together yourself. Of course, labor units, I think this one is huge. We want to make sure we've got labor units built in, and we want to make sure they're accurate. I think this is where doing business with a company that's been around a long time really pays off. This stuff gets perfected over time. I can speak for McCormick specifically. Over the years, we get and invited, quite frankly, feedback from our users, and it could come from a lot of different sources, and it could be related to a lot of different things in the program. But we want to make sure we're as accurate as possible. As all companies do. We've kind of perfected those units over time. In some cases with feedback from our users, changes in the industry, the products are available, et cetera. So bottom line is we want to make sure it's designed for the type of work that you guys do and set up and ready to go. Usability, all right, the user experience, the user interface. How easy is the software to get through? How easy is it to put a bid together? You can have an awesome program with the craziest features, the most amazing features. If you can't figure out how to use it, if it doesn't make you any faster, if you're not any better off because of those, you haven't really gotten anywhere. You've got a program with great features that doesn't really improve your estimating process. So we want to make sure that you're looking at a program that you're able to learn, able to use. Is it actually going to make you faster? Some programs you might experience out there actually make you a little bit slower in putting your estimate together. Maybe they give you a little accuracy, over what you had. Maybe they give you a system, but you end up being slower. We really want to find something that's going to give us all of those things, make us faster, make it easier, streamline the process, et cetera. I think there's a big one. Can the program be adapted to fit your needs? So in a lot of cases, when you're looking at a program, you kind of have to see yourself, okay, we've got to change the way we're estimating to fit how this program is laid out, fit how this program is put together. Look for a program that will adapt to your needs. Is it customizable? Can I easily create custom assemblies for the type of work that I do? Can I create shortcuts in the program? Great, I've got a database of 1 million items. I'm really only going to use 1,000 of those. Can I create shortcuts to those 1,000 items, those 500 assemblies that I use most often? Can I lay out, my dashboard for my estimates in a way that I want to see them, view them, things like that. So see if it's, look into, ask questions, see if it's adaptable to fit how you guys like things. Maybe you've got some certain processes in place that work well. We want to make sure, you don't lose those pieces that you like. You're simply, supplementing what you have. It kind of, like I said, can adapt that program to do some of those things. I think changes, additions to the program is, goes without saying. We want to make sure that we can put the assemblies in there that we want, add the items into the program that need to be there. These things aren't static. They're not going to stay the same over time. So want to make sure that the program can grow with you. The support side of it, I think this is probably one of the most important things, and the one of the areas that's not, it's not emphasized enough. Okay, how do you get a hold of your software company? Is it easy to email them, call them? Is it easy to get someone on the phone, get answers to your questions? You're going, no matter who you decide to go with, you're going to have questions. You're going to need some help along the way. And make sure that the company that you work with has a team in place that is geared toward answering those questions. Not someone that sells you the software and answers your questions for support and does everything. We really want someone that's dedicated to helping you. So, you're putting a job together, it's due in 2 hours, you've got a question or, an issue that you need to get resolved, you need an answer right away. Make sure, again, the company has something in place that has a structure in place where you can get answers to those questions when you need them, not tomorrow, not 2 days later, when you call in. All right. And I think it's of course helpful that the support staff know your industry. Try to stay away from a tech support that's farmed out, I guess, for lack of a better description. Find a company that that is specific to electrical, right? That works with electrical contractors on a daily basis. They may not be industry experts, but they work with electrical contractors, estimators on a daily basis, and they understand your questions. They understand what you're trying to do in the program. So support, I think, I've got it. It's not necessarily in order what I'm showing here, but I think it is definitely one of the most important things. This one, output, I think is super important. I put this in here because really this is one of those things I get asked about a lot. All right, I've put my data together, or I've put my estimate together, I've done my counts, my measurements. Most companies want to be able to take this information and run reports, generate bill of materials, run labor reports, match up their timesheets that were turned in to what they estimated on the job. So I think the kind of information you can extract from that estimate is huge as well. All right, you want to be able to easily summarize your data for bid review. All right, maybe potentially use it for project management. I know most estimating softwares out there they're strictly estimating with some project management components, but there's things we want to look for that you can pull information from the program to help manage those projects as well. Change orders, RFIs, things like that are going to be all part of this. And then reporting again is, or just general reporting, I guess I should say, is what kind of information does accounting need? What kind of information does project management need? Ask questions about those. What kind of information can we pull out of there, and is it customizable? Are there 5 stock reports? Can I create my own reports? I need to have a part number listed in these reports. I don't want to show my labor units in these reports. Whatever that may be, reporting is a big part of it. So we're looking a little bit beyond the estimating side of it, but important nonetheless. As I said, there's probably more than 5 things, that we look at, but just some additional considerations. Integration, does the software integrate with an accounting or project management software? This can be helpful in reducing repetitive data entry, helpful in, making that transition from estimate to budget, or, taking that estimate and now into your project management software. So, definitely an important one there. Pricing service choices, and I I stress choices. Some companies will force you into one pricing service, or maybe there's no pricing service at all. You're kind of on your own. With us, we like to give you a choice. You've got options out there. I think that's the best way to go. Everyone has different price updating capabilities at their disposal. So see what kind of choices you have when it comes to that. Are you committing to one particular? Are you locking yourself into one pricing service, or do you have the option to update the program the way that you want it? And lastly, networking. I'm referring to a multi-user environment. If we're talking, if we got a company that where we have multiple estimators and maybe you collaborate on projects, it's important that that information is flowing into that bid. All right, everyone is interconnected. We're not working on individual jobs within the job. I may be working on the power and lighting, and someone else is working on the data comm side of it. We can have we want to see all that stuff feeding directly into our estimate with ease, and not pushing pieces of this bid together separately. Look for a program that is really truly networked, where you can have multiple people in there if that's a need of yours, and having the information feed into the estimate real time. So I think that's a big one. It kind of just helps keep all that information in one place, and again, a lot less chance of missing things in there. All right. So in summary, you're really entering into a partnership with a software company, right? When you go down this road. So do your due diligence, ask the right questions. Yes, features are important. That's not what we're here to talk about today. I really want everyone looking into maybe a little bit different side of this, trying to find a company that you can trust, a company that's a program that's really going to speed up that process for you, and you're going to get the support that you need, because it is something you're going to find out at some point how important that is. So having someone on the other end to support your use of the software is going to be a critical factor to your success. All right. With that, I'm going to really just kind of wrap things up and open it up to any questions before I go. I know we didn't show you the program today. If anyone does want to take a look at McCormick Systems, there's my contact info there. Email, phone, of course. Feel free to reach out. Happy to run you through a web demonstration. Those typically, it could be an hour, hour and a half to run through those. So we like to show you what our program can do. But whatever you decide, to look at, I at least hope today was somewhat informative and maybe gave you a way to look at your approach to finding the right software for you. A little bit differently, less about features, more about some things that are also going to be super, super important to your success with a program, as a whole. There is a chat section here that you can jump in and ask any questions if you have them. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. I appreciate all of you taking the time to take a look, and again, feel free to reach out if I can help you with anything going forward.